Hey, everybody, welcome to Free For All Friday. This is Jim, and this is Detroit Lions on the Prowl, the Free For All Friday. I'm going to skip all the other crap that we usually do, and I'm going to go right into the show. First, we're going to bring in a new person, Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy, from the Facebook group? Tell us what your Facebook group is, man.
My Facebook group is the Motor City Kneecap Biters. I created the group because I was tired of all the trash talking towards fans. You know, fans need to respect each other for their opinions, whether it's good or bad. You can do it without berating somebody or making them feel belittled.
Yeah, you can. You can. Absolutely. All right. We got Luke G from Luke G's Field Review. What's up, man?
Hey, salute. Hey, I'm with him, man. And hey, I love that he created a whole page for a necessity because we definitely need to find a way to bridge the gap between this fan base. But yes, I'm here for it all, people. You know me. I'm definitely still at work. So yeah, let's get this thing going.
All right, let's get it going. All right, we had my wife Valerie to the show. What's up, Val?
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Friday, baby. And
we're all Friday. All right, we also have Dose of Dion. What's up, dude? How you doing today?
What's going on, man? Is my mic working now?
Huh?
It's working.
Yes,
okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That was good. You got me.
That's terrible.
Oh
man.
Terrible. You got me. I was like, oh man, I got to figure it out again. No,
we got a few people in the chat already. Got John Robinson. He's the first here. Detroit fan man. Big West Kevin and King SJ. I'm sure people will be filing in as we keep going. All right, guys. I'm going to get to the first question. We do have more people coming. So Kurt will be here and a couple other people. So we're just good morning, kneecap munchers. Let's start getting some of those chats up there. All right. What a cast we have on today. Yeah. Did Luke bring the Kool-Aid and the ketchup? Did you, Luke? Did you bring
first of all, they keep talking about this ketchup. I don't even like tomatoes. I don't know anything about no ketchup. I don't know about no ketchup bottles in no trunk or any type of crime scenes. Okay. So I don't know what he's talking about. I'm Team Mustard. I'm Team Mustard over here.
Team Mustard. Yeah. Lions fan one pride all day. What's good? What's good? We're trying to wait on some people to come in, but I am going to go to the first question. First question is, Holmes said in an interview that basically Jared Goff was not a throw-in. That's the person he wanted in. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, Holmes says he has confidence in Goff as a QB. He's not the bridge QB in his opinion. And as he embarks on his fresh start in Detroit, what do you think? Oh, Rachel's coming in. All right. Hey, Rachel Marie. What's up?
How are you?
Good. So we got the first question coming up. Holmes has confidence in Jared Goff as a quarterback. He said he's not a bridge quarterback. He is, an established quarterback. Look at his resume, all those things. What do you think about that? Do you have as much confidence in Jared Goff as my man Brad Holmes? Or we'll go to Luke G first on this one. He's got great takes. I mean,
100% I got confidence in Jared Goff. We've won more with less, right? Like, let's be honest. You're not asking him to be the focal point, and that's the benefit of having a person like Jared Goff. He's not going to be asked to be the savior, the beginning and the end. He's going to be asked to come in here, not hurt this team, and make plays here and there. I don't expect for us to be this pass-heavy team we have been for the last 30 years. I want to say it's feel like it's been. But yeah, I think most fans should have confidence and faith in Jared Goff because he's your quarterback. You can act like you don't like him if you want, but at the end of the day, he's the guy who's going to be calling the plays, and he's better than the alternatives. Like I heard the Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tyrod Taylor talk. So if you don't get confidence in him, then okay, I can't get mad at you, but you better get used to him. He's going to be around for at least 3 seasons.
All right. We got the man of steel himself. Kurt Steele joins the show. What's up, man?
Salute.
What up, though? Hey, man, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to run some errands, but happy Free For All Friday. Happy Father's Day in advance to all the fathers out there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Luke G,
Thank you.
man, Jim Bordeaux. Let's have a good time. My man is the main man himself. Who it is? LL Cool Torrance. What up, though?
What's up, people? Happy Friday.
Happy
And shout out to
Friday,
the-
everybody. Go ahead.
Shout
Go ahead,
out to
Kurt.
the panel. You know what I'm saying? My man, you know who he is. Mahomes Jr., Dosa Dion, doing his thing. Luke G in the building. As always, the wonderful Rachel Marie Sports. And, the queen of the Prowl herself, Val Bordeaux. And shout out to my co-host, the man with the host with the most, Mr. Jim Bordeaux himself.
All right, guys, I'm going to check the chat real quick. We got John Martin. Hey, good morning to you, too. Somebody's going to have to help me pronounce this guy's name. Bulgarius. Thank you, Luke. You can do that for me. The Dern, friend of the show. What's up, man? What's up? Big West Kivinen still in there with us. All right, man. All right. Nick Burt, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right. So we have one take on this question. So I'm going to go to Dosa Dion next on the question. The question is, Brad Holmes has a lot of confidence in Jared Goff. Do you?
Yeah. No, I definitely do. I think this last week I've been just trying to learn as much as I can about Jared Goff. And I don't know, maybe it's because he's our quarterback now, so I'm going to support him. But I definitely I'm very happy he's the Lions quarterback. I think you guys hit on it. This was probably the best option that we could have had this offseason, considering that we were able to get 2 first-round picks and a quarterback. That way we're not like, who is our quarterback this season, and we're trying to scramble around, trying to dress one. We potentially have our long-term answer here through his prime years already locked up, which is just kind of crazy to think about that. And then you get the draft picks on top of it. But I won't go super detailed. I know there's a lot of people here, but no, I definitely believe in Jared Goff. I've ran through it. This is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league if you keep him clean. You put him in a situation where he could thrive, he will thrive, and he'll pick your defense apart, right? And I definitely believe in Jared Goff. I think that's the biggest thing, and I also think that him having an impact on putting this offensive scheme together is going to be huge. He's going to be more comfortable. That relationship was a mess, man. That was toxic. Coming to Detroit, that's going to be big time for him. It's all about confidence in the NFL.
It really is. Okay, so we got Justin May, the rapper, an obsessed Detroit Lions fan, up in here. Welcome to the show. Darn. Luke pronouncing names. If I got to rely on Luke to pronounce names, I have done something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon.
Y'all got jokes, I see.
Brandon blocked. It says, Kurt, just wanted you to know, you the man. You the man, Kurt.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I really.
The Darn with a super chat of $1.99. Happy Father's Day 1 Pride. Matthew Ferguson in the building. What's up, man? Holy cow! Lots of people on the channel today. That's right. Brian Stover. Not at all. He's gone ASAP. He's talking about Jared Goff. Okay. Chops. What up, Doe?
What up, Doe?
What up, Doe?
Rachel Marie Sports, what do you think about this? What do you think? Are you as confident in Jared Goff?
What I am confident in is the O-line that they're building, and I think that something that we have learned from the Bears. So I'll make this as quick as possible. Something that we've learned from the Bears is you don't necessarily need a great quarterback to be a really good football team, but I do think that Jared Goff is not Mitchell Trubisky. Jared Goff is somebody who has potential that we got to see flashes of in the start of his career. And like Dion said, a toxic relationship between a player and a coach can take a serious toll on a player. Part of the game is mental, and that mental aspect is huge. If you surround him with the right pieces, the right coaches, and you give him a good O-line, you give him the time, we're going to see Jared Goff that can throw a deep ball like he was known for in college, like he was doing the first 2 years of his career. So do I have faith in Jared Goff? Yes, to an extent, but I have more faith in the O-line that we're putting together for him to help him be the best quarterback that he can be.
Oh, I agree with that. That was a good take, Rachel. I like that one. You can catch Rachel on Woodward Sports and TikTok, and she's got some amazing videos, so you got to check those out. Detroit fan man in the building says, when did the Bears look like a really good football team, Val? I'm just kidding.
1985. When did the Lions look like a really good football team?
That's a good comeback. I ain't got nothing to say. All right. Let's go to LL Cool Torrance. What do you think about this Goff situation? Do you have as much confidence in him as Brad Holmes?
Maybe not as much confidence as Brad Holmes, but I do have confidence in him. Regardless of what we think about how they play in the Super Bowl, he did get to a Super Bowl, with the team. So it's looking like we're building a team, around him. I like what Rachel said. I agree with that. I have I have more confidence in what's going to be around him than I do him. But I think I'm confident that he'll be able to get whatever's around him going in the way that they need to.
Real Detroit Lions fans, part of the DSA as I am and Kurt is and Luke G is. So in the building today, look at this panel, folks. Yeah, we got a lot of good people in this panel right now. Jeremy, what do you think about this Jared Goff situation?
I said when we made the trade from Stafford to Goff for the 2 first-round picks, the second first-round pick is because we took on that albatross of the contract first and foremost. That's why they gave us a second first-round pick. But in his first 4 years, he's hands down been a better quarterback overall than Stafford was in his first 4 years. Granted, Stafford put up that monster year in 2011. His completion percentage was garbage. So, therefore, I think it's more about building around him like they're doing. They've fixed the right tackle, which has been a revolving door for defensive linemen for years, by adding Penei Sewell. He should be better. I'm more confident in him than who he's throwing to.
That's a good take, too. But I like TJ Hawkinson now. I like TJ.
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about the tight end room. The tight end room.
That's our number one receiver, man.
Yeah.
Tristan Williams says hi to the entire panel. John Robinson, what's up? Let's see. Chops. Goff doesn't have to micromanage. Have the micromanager McVay. Do you think they could turn him around for more draft capital, John? I don't know, because it doesn't look like they're looking that way. So, real Detroit Lions fans, we got over 30 people watching. Let's show some love, folks. Hit that like button. Thank you. That helps the show. Tristan goes back to Motor City Roars. He is going incognito, and this is his alter ego, his superhero alter ego, Motor City Roars. So just I'll let everybody know that. Kurt, what you got for me, my brother?
Okay, all right. So we talked about this a little bit last night with my man Shawnee J over there on the Die Hard Den, because you know how we do it. I do have some confidence in Jared Goff. If you look at his career, if you keep him upright and you keep him clean, that guy can pick you apart. So my thing is, other people said on the panel, you keep him upright, you keep him clean, and the guy can do his thing. So, and I think it's going to be a different offense than what he played in under McVay. I think Anthony Lynn is going to take him back to his college days at Cal, where it's going to be multiple spreads. They're going to run out of the spread. You have the backs to do it. That's why you don't have a bigger back on the roster right now. Bigger backs really don't run good out of the spread. You do better with the smaller backs, or medium-sized backs as a DeAndre Swift and a Jamal Williams. So you look at the crew they have right now. I like the fact that they're putting some good pieces around Jared Goff. And good to see Jim flashing his face up on the screen.
They did not mean to do
yeah,
that.
Man. I mean, this is a family show, man. You might want to keep, kids are watching. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just joking.
I don't want to scare them. I don't have a mask on.
But it's one of those things where I have confidence in what they're putting around him, like Rachel Marie Sports said. And as long as you keep him clean, that guy can do wonders in the offense.
Aaron says the bottom of the panel goes from ball to fro. Crazy.
They out cold. They in real form today.
Oh, yeah, I have hair. People don't realize, I have hair.
Yeah, he wears a hat.
I wear a hat all the time. I do have hair.
So, Val, did you get to answer the question about Goff? I didn't know if I got.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
so as a Bears fan, it's very hard for me to have confidence in any quarterback. It matters what team. But I think that if the O-line holds up and all the pieces fall into place, he could be a really decent game manager. So it's going to depend on what happens.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we're going to go on to the next question and a turn. Exactly. None to a little bit to a fro. Crazy. Okay. All right. Anyway, Darren, you got to come on sometime too with us. That would be fun.
Definitely.
So how much? This is an interesting question. Actually, I was thinking of Luke in this question, to be quite honest about it. How much can you improve an average to below average player with good coaching? I'm going to go to Luke first because I really did think about you in this one.
Man, a whole lot. I'm living proof of it. Like when I first started playing football, I'll be honest, I started out sucking. I didn't have no clue what I was doing. The first coach that I went to was like, "You gonna play receiver?" And I was like, "Okay," And he was trying to teach me routes, and I was like, "I don't like this." And I got hit, and I was like, "I don't like that neither." Right? So I ended up going to a whole other team. I told my mom, like, I don't want to play. So she was like, it might just be the coach. So she took me to a totally different team. He throws me on defense, and I got to do the hitting. And what do you know? I was a natural at it. I enjoyed it. And the way he was teaching it to me had me in a way feeling good. So it could take him a whole lot. When I look at the NFL, a lot of people have suffered due to coaching. Kyle Van Noy been out of position. It's one of them. Another person that you can look at who had got better with better coaching is people like Tony Romo. You can go and look at even Jay Cutler with better coaching, perform better. With that guy that got paid all that money and never did nothing, Brock Osweiler, is that his name? From Denver. Him. Yeah. So coaching can make you look good. Hell, Joe Flacco got a Super Bowl because of good coaching. That it changes everything. So when you get good coaching, you get put in positions to do better. You get put into a situation where you're going to be at your best. It makes a world of a difference.
Right.
All right.
No
next
better,
up.
you do better.
Yeah, for real. I'll go to Kurt. Kurt wants to let him go.
I definitely think it's makes a hill of difference. You know what I'm saying? When you put players in the right position and you coach them up the right way, it will make a hell of a difference. Will it make our team overall middle of the pack instead of the bottom of it, especially the defense? I think it can make a difference. Will it make a difference where we're like the 10th ranked defense? Probably not. But if we get around that, 18th ranked defense, I can deal with that.
I understand that. Yeah, during next week is cool. I'll get with you on that. Mm-hmm. But I totally agree with that. I think coaching makes a big difference in some of the players and having them out of position and things like that. What do you think, Dion? What do you think?
I think coaching is super important. I think you guys hit on it. And I was watching this Bill Belichick thing, and he, I don't think he had this quote, but players, they can't overcome bad coaching. And I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly what it is. You got to have good coaching. I think coaching's huge. You're a product of your environment. And I feel like there's a lot of NFL players there's a lot of really good, talented players in the league. Yeah, there's their bust here and there, but there's a lot of really good players. And for them, it's just about finding the right opportunity and the right spot. And I think that's why you see certain players leave and they'll go be successful elsewhere. And they weren't successful in a previous environment. I think that's what it's all about, just getting the opportunity. And we got coaches that have done this. I always think of Ken Crawley. The fact that what he turned into with the Saints defensive backs, he didn't do it anywhere else. He only did it with New Orleans. It tells me that that's the kind of coaching that you need, and that's what we have.
I agree with that. And I think our coaching staff, and this is kind of the point, because there's areas on our team that really need better players, but can we get more out of the players that we have and have a better season? I think that's where I'm at on this. So what do you got on this? LL Cool Torrance, what do you have on this?
At how much it could be the difference between staying in the league and getting out the league. Honestly, it can make a career. I don't think the gap between average and good is really that big in the NFL. So a tweaking technique here, tweaking technique there could make all the difference. I think coaching is most important.
I agree with that. And everybody on the panel is having good takes. What do you got on this, Rachel Marie Sports?
I mean, when I saw this question earlier, I thought below average player in the NFL. It's just a funny thing to think about because these guys are in the NFL. They're the best football players probably in the world. And we're referring to some of them as below average, which truly comes down to coaching for me. I mean, think about it in an everyday application. If you have a bad boss, you have a micromanaging boss, your boss speaks to you with no respect, then you're not going to care about your job and your job performance is going to slip. It's the exact same thing. This is their job. That is their boss. and their job performance is based on how their boss handles their job. I mean, I just think we see it in day-to-day life, and it's exactly the same in the NFL, and it does make all the difference, and we have all felt it, so we know exactly what it's like too.
Can I add on to what Rachel said? Because
Sure.
there was an interview you guys did recently with Lomas Brown and Herman Moore, and
Yep.
they flat out said that, you know, when you see coaches who can't do their job and they're talking people need to bust, and they can't even have conversations with like adult conversations with people, the problem is you. The problem is you. You're the problem. You just can't coach, and you should not be an NFL head coach. And so hitting on that is a factor that we can't overlook. When you have people who have played at the highest level telling you that, look, when you got coaches with these kind of attitudes, yeah, you're going to get these results when you don't have the room. And then it's the other part of it too. Look at the Lions history. Most of the times we were successful, we had players, coaches. When we sucked was when we had everything else. And so that is where you got to see that it makes a difference to the person who's working and having to do it in terms of coaching.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Jeremy, what do you got on this?
Okay, let's go back to a few years back when certain Dan Campbell became an interim coach with an abysmal Miami roster. He took over not knowing X and O's and got those players so hyped that they actually won 5 of their last 12 games. If he can do that with that pitiful of a roster, which is way less talented than what we have now, I agree. A good coach with a good morale factor will make a team better.
Don't tell Joy Taylor that.
Hey! Watch what you say.
My bad. I forgot.
Don't
I
insult
forgot.
this woman.
Future husband.
Man, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, light skin is all, you know, saying excuse with Joy Taylor. I agree with Jeremy. If he can do that with that roster, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I know LL team light skin with Joy Taylor. But if he,
I like them all now.
Yeah,
I like them all now.
But if Dan Campbell can do that, and he said he made some mistakes, and if he's looking at fixing those mistakes, he can do a lot with the roster he has in Detroit.
This Richard, and I'm not even attempting that last name. Cal fan here, Goff fan too. Detroit fans are great. I'm wearing a Lions cap in California, in Cali. Detroit will be a winner this year. All right, go Lions, man.
Facts.
Go Lions. All right, so Val, we didn't get to you on this question. What do you think about the coaching situation and bringing average and below average players up a level?
Nagy.
I think that, well, we don't have good coaching and you know in the Bears camp, but here's the thing: good coaching can make a really great impact for players. However, there are 2 factors that are involved here that can take an average, not so average player into turning him into a great player. Is that number 1, the player has to be willing to put in the work. And number 2, does he have the natural ability to be able to, or does he have the real potential and the ability to be able to do what's asked of him? Because you could coach me all day long on how to do a cartwheel, and that's never going to happen. You know?
Facts.
I'm actually surprised though. I'm surprised at her response. I really am.
I can't even say.
Why is that,
Okay,
Luke?
okay.
Because she said you got to be willing to it, but if you think about it, the Bears would be the best example to show how much of an impact a good coach can have. They went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman.
Yeah.
Rex
They have
Grossman.
better coaching than they have now.
Gross Rexman.
Yeah. But the only thing I would say about sometimes it doesn't really have to be natural ability. You look at one of our best linebackers we had in history. He wasn't a very great natural player, but he worked hard, and that's Chris Philman. He wasn't a great natural athlete. He wasn't, he didn't have great size or great speed, but he worked hard. And,
he was willing to put in the work.
I mean, sometimes, it doesn't have to be natural ability. Like you said, you have to be able to work hard. And I think that's what this coaching staff is going to be willing to do, is get these guys to work hard and play hard.
I agree. Here we go. Our fans love you if they rip on you a little bit. Says Jeremy needs to talk more to give his lungs a break from them smokes.
Listen.
He lighting them
The
up.
whole time I've been watching, I'm like, I can't stop watching it. I'm like, how long is this damn cigarette? Will somebody tell me?
Rest
It's the
of
third
them
one.
are
It's the
thousands.
third one.
They're going to spread the love too, because John Robinson says, "Can someone get LL Cool Torrent some high-speed internet instead of that dial-up?"
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's me
man.
this week.
It's like roast us type thing with the fans. You know, I love
Yeah.
our fans and stuff, but man,
Yeah,
holy, you guys are
family-
brutal,
The
man.
family on fire today.
Family's brutal today, let me tell you. All right, has anybody not answered this question? I think I got to everybody on this.
Yeah, I think we got to everybody.
So I'm going to go on to the next one. And this is a hot button topic, man. How much does Jeff Okudah improve this season? And I'm going to throw in there and why. And we'll go to LL Cool Torrance before his internet dies. And I'm playing, man. I'm playing.
You say your internet on life support?
They said it, man.
His internet may die before the cigarettes kill me.
Exactly, right?
You better hope so. But how much can Jeff Okudah improve?
Yes.
Worlds, man, worlds. He'll be healthy, so we could see whatever we might have was supposed to see last year. And then he got some good coaches around him, so maybe they'll get him in position to make some good plays.
Yeah, I agree. Tornado says, "Good Friday. I think the Lions are going to surprise the world Thanksgiving with 3 deep running backs and our tight end." Yeah, I get it. Poker. These guys drove me to chain smoking too, Jeremy.
Yes.
Our fans are crazy, man. So, all right,
I love
Jeremy, we're gonna have to get you to stop smoking for a minute and get because we got this question for you. How much does Jeff Okudah improve this year? This coaching staff, not injured.
Okay, let's look at last year, which was abysmal when he faced the elite wide receivers.
Yeah.
But if you actually look at his PFF grade, when he wasn't covering the elite receivers, it increased by over 30 points on his PFF grade, which would have made him the 4th best rookie receiver last year rather than the last rookie receiver. So that being said, with better coaching, which he's already said he's getting, he's learned more in that 2 weeks that he worked with Rashad Perriman before the rookie OTAs than he learned in all of last year. I think he will be definitely 100% better than last year.
Rachel Marie, I can't talk, and that's what I do. So, Rachel Marie Sports, what do you think?
I mean, I think we're definitely going to see a better product out on the field as a whole this season. But specifically for Okudah, there are a few factors on his side. Obviously, not being injured being one of those, a different coaching staff. I mean, just throwing it back to the last question and the answers to those questions. A better coach can change everything. But something he's also going to have that he didn't have last year is a full training camp. I mean, we're not going through all the COVID protocols. They're going to be able to really put in the time before the season. And we saw many teams struggle in the beginning of last season just to get it together. You could see training camp means a lot more than I probably would have thought, having seen the start of last season for a lot of different teams. So there's definitely a lot of things on his side. And then corners do tend to take the leap in year 2 or year 3 if they're really going to be a good corner in the league. And, not that he was the draft pick that I wanted at 3, but I do think, and I have said since we drafted him, that he is going to be a good corner. So good corners take the leap in year 2 or year 3. So he's got a lot of things going for him, coming into this year.
Yeah, I agree too. The Dern says Udlin was trash. Glenn's a former top 10 key cornerback in the league. It should improve big time. Big West Kinnan, Okudah has to improve, or Iffy will steal his job if not Dunbar. I'm high on Iffy. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm high on Iffy. I think he's going to be really, really good in years to come. It's going to take him a minute, but I think he'll be really, really good.
I think they might play him at safety.
hope not.
No.
Don't.
He's an outside guy. He's an outside.
Oh, no. That's
Well, I
He's
mean,
got the
and that's
size,
another
but his
thing.
speed and his fluidity will make him a corner. That's what I think anyway. All right, Luke, what do you think about the Jeff Okudah situation? Does he improve this year?
I mean, he was so bad. All he can do is go up. There's no way. Like anybody who answers no to this is just lying. Like Jeremy, I don't know if you know this or not, but Pro Football Focus is not the best grading system. They're actually inaccurate. They even talked about. They said that when he went against none. First, let me go back. They said when he went against their top 10 receivers. So they said they had their own list of top 10 receivers and said this is what his numbers look like when they would against receivers they deemed top 10, and then this is what it looked like with receivers they did not deem top 10. And so some of the receivers that was not deemed top 10 was like DJ Moore, 127 yards given up. Another player that they said was not top 10 was Adam Thielen. I think it was like 94 yards he gave up in that game. And I'm saying all that to say this. All that means nothing. Not even a training camp matters to me. The only thing that matters to me is what the front seven can do. That's the biggest X factor. If the front seven changes the dynamic of the game, we don't got to worry about him getting better. He'll get better by default. In fact, he'll get better. Mike Ford will get better. I'll get better. Jim will get. Everybody gets better. Vail doing cartwheels and backflips. She didn't know she can do it, but damn it, the front seven changed her mind. And once that happens, I believe that's when you start to see the improvements, not only in him, but the secondary as a whole.
John had a question. Can you save the question till the end and then the panel can ask it? So could you could save it for the end for us, please? I appreciate that. Keith Holly says, good morning, fam. Good morning, Keith. How are you today? Let's see. Frog Crop One Pride. You know it. All right. So Jeff was barely an NFL caliber starter last year. He can only get better. Talk about Jeff Okudah.
Yeah.
That's a horrible pick. That's a whole, I guess the pick and where he was at, that's a whole nother conversation. We're just trying to see how much he's going to improve, how much you think he's going to improve. Kurt, what do you got on that?
I mean, can't hit where he got drafted, but all he can do is get better. He's like the people on the panel said, he has better coaching this year. I know someone said it, Aaron Glenn. I didn't understand why the secondary in a whole didn't play better last year. You had a defensive coordinator who was a secondary coach in Philly. I didn't understand why the secondary played so bad last year as a whole. But Okudah will get better. You look at not just Eric Glenn, but Aubrey Pleasant. You know what I'm saying? He was a really good secondary coach. I mean, you look at players like Jalen Ramsey and what's his name, Josh Jefferson over there, who's now at the Browns. You know, look at that secondary that was at the Rams last year. That secondary was beastly. So I'm looking forward to that coming to Detroit this season. So
what about you, Dion? What you got on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are hitting on it, right? Just exact kind of what I would have said. I think what Luke said with the front seven, that's where I look too. If you can stop the run and you get into passing downs, then you can get pressure and everybody's going to look better. Okudah couldn't have been in a worse situation last season, really, for you know what we threw him into, just like all the defensive backs. No pass rush, no run defense. Your cornerbacks are injured, so he's thrown into fire. It was a complete mess. So just by that alone, there should be room for improvement. There definitely is a lot of room for improvement there. But I think it's right, like Luke said. I mean, if you can stop the run early, then you can get him in passing downs. Then you can get to the quarterback. And then that helps the secondary. They have to play off each other. Last year that didn't happen. Hopefully that happens this year.
Hey, what's up, Motor City Podcast? How you doing today? All right, Val, what do you have on this with Jeff Okudah?
Well, my response is kind of agrees with Luke in a way, but here's the question. What criteria signifies an improvement for Okudah? Because honestly, the guy could walk out
anything. Give me anything. If he breathed different, that's an improvement. Damn it, I'm taking anything. Give me anything.
He can literally just walk out with a water bottle and improve.
Damn it, that's better than what he was doing last year. I don't even think he wanted to walk when he was out on the field. It was terrible. Give me anything.
Somebody scoring, I'm okay.
Yes.
That's funny, Val. That's a good point, though, you know. But I think honestly, my take on this is there is nowhere but up.
That's all you can do. You can't get you listen. If you get worse with this coaching staff, this front office, you in trouble. Look how they doing people who got an injury history. Getting their butt up out of here. Oh, we're gonna get somebody to replace you. Don't worry about it. You can't be available. Don't worry about it. I need availability. It's not a game.
Yep. John Kapler, friend of the show. Go Lions. Got you on that. All right, guys. We're going to go to the next question. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit because some people are answering at the end like every time. So who is your sleeper undrafted free agent that makes the team? Dosa Dion, you can go first this time because you always get buried in here, and I want you to
no, it's cool.
One that's just
okay, so the one I'm gonna roll with this one. I'm gonna go with AJ Parker from Kansas State.
Wow.
So yeah, I like
that
the
is a
cornerback.
sleeper.
Yeah, see, I was trying to think of a sleeper, and I always every time I went back and watched him, specifically when the first game I watched him was against Jonathan Adams, and I was like, dude, Jonathan Adams was tearing people up at Arkansas State, but he played AJ Parker, and AJ Parker, he was outsized, but he seemed to know how to play him, and that like made me. I really liked AJ Parker after that. I've heard some good things in camp so far. To me, I could see him being like the final cornerback on the roster because of his play style to be a special teams piece.
Yeah, that I can see it. I can see him walking out in the field with his shoes tied about Okudah. This is getting bad, folks. I'm going to go with mine real quick because I haven't really talked much about that part of it. I'm going with Brock Wright. I think he could make the team, actually. I know people are going to think I'm nuts, but he's 6'4". He ran a 4.6 40. The dude can block, and he can actually play fullback, which I also think is going to be something of this versatility that might help him make the team. I think he's a sleeper, so that's why I went with that one. But that's mine, Brock Wright. So let's go to Kurt.
Who's my sleeper to make the team? I'm going to say the big fella out of Wake Forest, Sage Surratt.
Ooh, Sage Surratt.
It's Surratt. You know what I'm saying? I like his game. You know what I'm saying? He got some good catch radius. I think he can contribute on the special teams as well. I think that's one thing that he can do. Jimbo G, hello, everyone. Lion Nation, stand up. I know I'm late, but what the hell? But I like Sage Surratt's game. I watched him down here in the ATC. You know, one of the very few bright spots on the Wake Forest team. Besides the kicker, the female kicker, they only had a few bright spots, and he was one of them on that roster. So I think he can definitely bring something to the Lions with his catch radius. But you know, it's one of those things where it's still yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people were kind of down on him. I thought he was a decent pickup, but you know, we'll see. I like Sage Surratt.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Miles Gibbs, friend of the show. What's up, guys? You're at work. Man, see, people are even cheating at work and trying to watch the show. That's amazing. This question, I'll just throw it to the panel if anybody knows. Is it true that rosters have expanded to 55 this year? Because I hadn't heard that.
Didn't they do that last year where it was like you could activate
That's what I thought.
You could switch in 2 players throughout the year.
Our track research team is on it. We're going to save our questions to the end. How many snaps do you think they give McNeil in goal line or short yardage situation? Okay, I'll take this. Sorry. Because I call him Mini Fridge. He's a former running back. It's like the refrigerator Perry from the Bears. And I don't know how many people are old enough to remember that. I know Val is. I am.
Oh, I remember that.
Okay. All right. I think they could. I actually think it could be a thing in Detroit. The Mini Fridge. That's what I'm calling him.
Dan, do you remember that, or have you rewatched the replays?
I remember that.
I remember. Unfortunately.
Motor City Podcast also picked Sage Surratt. Dan Spanos didn't Sage Surratt tear up either Michigan or Michigan State the year before COVID got here? I don't know.
Michigan State. Yes, he did.
Michigan State. I remember. I'm 52. I'm right there with you, buddy. I'll be 52 in a couple months. Jimbo G, I see the panel's loaded today. People need to start saying who will be on a day before. No, that's the whole premise of the show. You'd never know who's going to show up, so you need to be here.
Fact.
Okay, I have the answer to the question. You know what I'm saying? We'll answer real quick. All right, new CBA rule. This is coming from this is on ESPN. Additionally, according to the new CBA, a team can carry up to 55 players on the roster during the week. Up from 53 in past years. The game day roster is up from 46 players to 48 players.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, they added the 2 spots though. The way they did it is the 2 spots that they added, from what I read, is those are the 2 guys you protect on the practice squad.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely correct.
But you know what? I was thinking about that question about the undrafted free agent that commit the team, and I really thought long and hard about this, and it took me watching the video to realize that free agent is not on the team. I think there were some guys that they wanted to get as undrafted free agents that they didn't get on the phone with fast enough. And I think when those guys get cut, that's who will be on the team. Because if you watch that video, the behind the scenes den, which I have basically posted 1,000 times on their channel, that go and look at what the Cardinals and the Steelers are doing. They're giving us behind the scene looks, and I want to see more of that because I was freaking team. Let me see what y'all talking about, and they finally did it. But in that video, there was a few people that they were trying to get on the phone with, and they were like, we can't get through. And then there was another part where he was like, oh, he went where? And they were like, damn. So to me, the guy that's going to be an undrafted, that's going to be making the team, he's not on our team yet. He has to be cut first. And once he gets cut, he'll be on the team.
Okay, that's interesting. What do you got, Jeremy? Who do you think the undrafted free agent is that makes a team that could be a little bit of a surprise?
Well, I don't know if it'll be a surprise because I've said this all along. The guy we signed last year in UDFA that sat on the practice squad, Matthew Wright, should beat out Randy Bullock. Randy Bullock was cut from the Bengals because even though he only missed 9 field goals, 7 of them were in game-winning situations. Matthew Wright was a clutch kicker that could hit for up to 58 yards.
Okay.
Wow. I feel you, Jim, says Jimbo G, all the way. All right. I got one here for Dion, if I can find it. John Kapler. Dion, you ready for Madden 22 Lions roster? There could be some roaster fire.
I forgot to congratulate you, Dion. I'm sorry. Congratulations for making the Madden cover with Tom Brady, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to wish you all the good luck, man,
That's
with
good.
that. Congratulations for making
We're
the
so
Madden
happy
cover.
that your dad made it on the cover. And
Since that guy asked or was mentioning him about the rosters, I thought that maybe he had some kind of partnership with EA.
Dion's
He's
big
on the
time, man. He
cover.
has partners with everybody,
He
man.
is on the. He got a partnership. He's on the cover of the game. Hey, man, congratulations, brother. Good job. You know what I'm saying?
J-Dub says, hey, all. Hey, what's up, J-Dub? Matthew Ferguson's laughing at Kurt. Everybody's laughing at Kurt. John Kapler's laughing at
If I'm Dion, I'm telling them take me off that damn cover. That curse is real. I don't need no bad luck.
True.
Don't try to walk.
No.
Got
Mahomes broke it. Mahomes is the one
yeah.
who broke it. He won the Super Bowl after he won. I was on the Madden cover the first.
Oh,
There we go.
So, all right.
So
all
Dion
right.
broke the,
he
Dion broke
didn't-
the curse a couple of years ago.
But the curse wasn't about it being you winning. It was about you getting hurt. He got his ass hurt that year too. So it's about getting hurt.
Yeah.
Matthew Ferguson, maybe it'll slow down and not talk so fast. Man, they roast us, man. It's all right. Though. LL Cool Torrance, what do you think? Who's the undrafted free agent, man?
I hadn't heard much about him, but only just because of need. I say Drake Jackson. And I know
the center.
Was it Luke G said that we got a lot of guys and nobody else wanted. Drake Jackson was a lot of people expected him to go in the draft. So I hadn't heard much about him since, but I'm gonna pick Drake Jackson.
Okay. One Pride 40 says no. Calvin broke the curse. Calvin Johnson broke the curse.
His ass got hurt too when he's on the
Well,
Johnson was hurt
I'm getting old and my memory is failing.
Y'all gotta tell me who's on the cover and didn't get hurt.
Yeah, tell us that. All right,
I think Lamar Jackson got hurt too.
Rachel, who do you got for an undrafted free agent that may be under the radar that you think is going to make the team?
For me, and I don't know if it's under the radar because I actually saw a lot of great stuff coming out of minicamp surrounding him, and it's also a need, but Javon McKinley. I also was kind of surprised he didn't go in the draft. The other Notre Dame wide receiver went in the 7th. But I, honestly, mini camp, there were situational write-ups. I mean, specifically about 2-minute drills that they were running that he had a lot of success in. So I think, and wide receiver, we need competition there. Definitely something we didn't really focus on. I think he stands a really good shot at making the roster.
Yeah, me too. Val, I don't know if you know a lot about this one, but I'll let you have an opportunity.
I kind of had to review who the UDFAs were in the first place because I had no idea. I had forgotten half of who they are. But but my pick is going to be Tommy Kramer.
Oh, okay.
Guard.
All right. That's not bad.
I mean, he's going to be the perfect, I think, the example of how well good coaching actually works. Can he overcome his footwork and his technique? I mean, he already has the grit to be able to make it to a team that needs this kind of depth. So we'll see.
She don't know what she started with Shawnee J, the free agent. Because he gonna be on him like he was with Bo Benswazzle for like 2 years. Shawnee J gonna be on the diehard. They talk about Tommy Kramer gotta make the roster. Put him on the team. Nah.
Bo was never given a real shot. A lot of times this happens in professional sports. No, listen. Let's be honest. In professional sports, you know that only 48 or 40, whatever the roster number is, I forget that quick, but whatever that roster, you know that only that means people's going to get on the field. And a lot of the times when you're talking about me having to figure out if I'm gonna put him in the game versus having to put in somebody I'm paying a big contract to in Big V, I'm putting in the big contract. So a lot of people go unnoticed. Like I said, I know a bunch of kids who was way better football players than I was, but I had a better following and I got better opportunities because of it.
Did I get
poker players here? Val, they're all bums.
yeah, that's funny.
I mean, usually these guys don't make the team. So, I mean, they're all pretty much, sleepers to, not make it. So.
Plus it's a culture. Like you can't be in this culture. I noticed in the NFL where if they draft you high and then the other person come in and outwork you, well, they definitely can't start them because now you look like an idiot for drafting a guy who got outworked by the undrafted guy. So it's a lot of things that got to get changed, but who's going to admit to that? Like, oh yeah, I took this guy, but he's better. So who's going to do that? Not too many coaches will.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did I get to everybody on the question?
Yep.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy, did you answer?
Yeah, I said Matthew Wright.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
right.
And he said it without a cigarette too. He did it without the cigarette.
That's really good.
Outstanding job, Jeremy.
We're
Outstanding.
proud. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Who is your surprise cut when the Lions go down to the 53-man roster? Give me somebody that you think is going to be out of here after we cut down to 53. And I'm going to go with let's go with Dosa Dion first on this one. I go to him last a lot, so I'm going to try to go reverse order this time.
I hate to say this one because I think the injuries are going to be the issue. I got Austin Bryant, and I like the fit defensively this year. Outside linebacker, I think it suits him way better.
I said surprise cut. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
This one, wait. Is everybody got Austin Bryant wrote down?
Austin.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay, well, that's what I had.
That's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I put because I just the injuries, man. I mean, then they signed Reggie Gilbert this offseason, and I'm like, okay, he kind of plays the exact same position as well. So I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Come back to me. I'll try to think of something.
We'll get another one. All right. We'll go to Kurt next. I don't go to him first a lot, so go to Kurt next.
This guy right here, Deshaun Hand.
That was my
That's not a surprise either.
Deshaun Hand, he got to go. Yeah, he's going to be out of there. Did I take yours, Rachel?
That's not a surprise.
That's not a surprise to you? Okay. How about this? Rashard Perriman will not make the roster.
Ooh,
No.
that was mine.
Either.
Don't do
That
my
was Well, I better start getting to people before it's everybody's pick.
pick.
How about you, Luke G?
Okay. I know this is gonna come as a shock to a lot of people, but it's a reason why I'm saying this. If there ever going to be a cut that I can see happening and it be a surprise to us all, it's Tracy Walker, and I'll tell you why.
That's mine. That's mine.
I'll tell you why. When you look at Tracy Walker, when you look at Tracy Walker on the last year of his deal, and the fact that they brought in so many different DBs to play that safety position, on top of getting a hybrid safety with Iffy, it becomes a bit of a challenge where it's like, okay, you got to keep on showing that you improve. Now, they've been talking and saying that he's showing signs of improvement and all these other big things and things like that. However, I do not believe that the Lions are done adding people. And if there are certain people that they are going to add after cuts are made and they already feeling like he's not the one, they'll take them out. Now, people may say, well, why not Will Harris? Because you can technically move Will Harris to linebacker and he still has a contract that you can keep without having to lose any money. With Tracy Walker, you could just say, okay, this is the last year of the deal. We're going to go ahead and move on from him, and we'll roll with what we got. So that would be the one that I think could be the biggest surprise cut of them all.
I agree with that. Kurt ain't having that. He likes Tracy Walker.
Nah, I ain't Tracy Walker.
I'm a Walker fan myself, but I gotta be honest when I look at it. Last year of his deal, the money you can get in return, which ain't much, but the fact that if you're going to move in a different direction, the media already think you're going to suck, and if you're going to do anything drastic or something crazy, why not?
Well, that's a difference. I think if he moves, they're going to trade him. They're not going to cut him.
But I don't think he's going to be a surprise cut because Dan Campbell was already singing Walker's praises and impressed her.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think he's going to cut trade. I mean, but that'll be a huge surprise.
It'd be a surprise, that's for sure.
Well, listen, we didn't see Carry-On getting cut. I didn't see Carry-On getting cut. Who had Carry-On getting cut?
Yeah, I
didn't think it'd be that early.
I thought about it.
Darn did. He said, I'm right here.
Carry-On had to go.
Tracy Walker be a Gomer Pyle. Be surprise. I mean,
Gomer Pyle. Rachel, who's a surprise cut in the 53-man roster when we have to cut down to 53?
I feel like this is a trick question because with our old regime, that old coaching staff, people were being cut that you didn't expect to make room for like very specific players for Patricia's weird ass scheme. But this coaching staff, I don't think they're going to cut anybody that would surprise us because I think their vision so far is somewhat clear. And I think they're just going to cut the dead weight. I think they're going to cut the people who get hurt too much. I think they're going to cut the people who don't show up, who don't show out. I don't think there's going to be a surprise cut. I think they're going to keep the best players and let go of the dead weight.
All right, Jeremy, what do you think? Surprise cut.
The surprise cut is someone we restructured because I thought we should have cut him instead of restructuring him. Nick Williams.
Nick Williams. That's not a bad guess.
It's not even surprising. I predicted he was gonna take a pay cut, and I predicted he's gonna still get cut. He's still getting cut. They're not keeping him because you got to look at the depth chart as it stands. You still got Penny who's still under contract, and then they keep hosting freaking D tackles. Why are they doing that if they feel comfortable about Nick Williams? Nick Williams is always going to be out. He's there right now to, as a camp body, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, so who haven't I got to on this one? Because I'm old and I forget. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go with Val first, then we'll go with Ella. I do actually every single time.
If we see a hand come across the screen, we already know who it is.
Val, go ahead.
Cool did go ahead.
I said you, then him. You can't.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'm going to go along with Rachel here and say there's no surprise cuts because come on, man. We all know who the bums are here. There's not going to be a surprise cut.
There's a few. They can cut them.
And the Lions can't afford to get rid of anybody right now anyway. So,
Oh, I think they can.
Yeah, we got cap space. We got room to play with.
No, you guys can't afford, on the field to not have
Jimbo. They will cut the Shanahan after breakfast.
Wow.
That's what he said tomorrow after breakfast.
No, man.
So LL Cool Torrance, sorry I got to you last, but go ahead, man. Who's your
no problem.
cut?
It actually gave me a chance to think because my first answer was Tracy Walker because it would just be a surprise for a couple of reasons that that Luke G said and a couple other people said because we've been hearing kind of positive things, but I could understand it because last year of his deal, that's normally how things go sometimes. But a true surprise would be maybe Jamie Collins. Let's say, and I only say that because let's say if we in camp and we like, yeah, this ain't it. You want to go somewhere else and not be here? And he was like, okay, you can let me go somewhere else. And then they do whatever you got to do and let them go. So that'd be my surprise, Jamie Collins.
So cup of coffee Collins. Holy cow.
Plus, I don't trust this staff no more. They were praising Kerryon Johnson hard as hell, and then 4 hours later, cut. I was like, damn, y'all don't care. Y'all just don't care.
Jamie Collins and Kerryon Johnson is a lot different.
Jamie Collins doesn't care. He's not a surprise pick to me, to be honest.
I have a surprise one. My surprise cut is Jelani Tavai.
Not surprised. I think he's on a bubble.
Yep.
He's on a bubble.
That's what I think.
Probably, yeah. No.
I think they trade him for a fountain.
I don't know. I've only heard good about him.
Well, we only heard good about Kerryon Johnson as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Joseph Dion, we got to come back to you and give you a second chance.
I think I failed. I didn't. Everybody that I thought of, I'm like, oh, that's not a surprise. I can't say that. Let me here. I'll give Jeremy one here. I thought he was going to say this. I thought he was going to say Randy Bullock because he said Matthew Wright's going to win the job. So I thought he was going to say Randy Bullock. So
it's actually a really good one.
There you go.
No,
yeah.
No, I already said Randy Bullock was going to get cut, so that's not a surprise.
You know what though?
But it is kind of a surprise.
That's true. That's true.
Another person that could be a surprise cut that I would two of them, one on offense, one on defense that I'm surprised somebody didn't say was Tim Boyles. Like if David Blau beat out Tim Boyles, oh snap! Like that would be crazy.
They already outplaying them.
All right, guys, we are almost out of time. That's bad. We had one question before, and that is, do you think we're going to pick up? And that was from John Robinson. We'll take that one, and then we're going to go to final thoughts. So, do you think that we're going to pick up another player or stand pat?
Oh, we're not done.
No, we're not done.
Kurt, what do you think?
That's easy. We're not done.
I don't think we're done either, especially with the thing where we were going after Gurley. What do you think, Luke G?
I agree. They got too much footwork. You saw it in the draft video. You saw it just in general. They're not done.
They're not done. All right. How about you, Dosa Dion? What do you think?
I agree. There's too much time. They're going to want to feel things out, bring guys in and out. So they'll keep making moves.
Yeah, we're never done, Jim. You know what? That's true. You're never done building a roster. I've heard that before. All right, guys. Anybody else want to weigh in on that one? I think we all kind of agree that we don't think they're done. Anybody got a different opinion? Jeremy?
I think they might actually stand pat and roll this money over because that'll give us another 15 on top of the 20 plus that they add. I love the fact that we ate the dead cap and we're not going to spread it out like some of the other teams did. So that would give us $35 million in cap next year if they roll it over, because you got to take away the $3 million that they keep for injuries. That's why I never add that $3 million in what I say is available cap space.
It's a good idea. Jim has a thing for Tavai. No, I just watch him and see him fail. And in the first year, he was really good, I thought, at that middle in linebacker spot. I think he's going to be better this year because he dropped the weight and all this other stuff. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He was really bad last year. He was really bad last year.
All right, I got a customer, so I got to check out, guys. Thank you for having me on. I enjoyed it.
Take care. Take care of that. That is Jeremy.
One
Thank
pride.
you for joining us, bud. One pride. All right. So final thoughts. Let's go to you, LL Cool Torrance, because you went last time, so you get to go first this time.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. Thank you guys for having me on again. Great talking with you guys. If everybody out there, if you guys are familiar with internet radio, please check me out Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. on IFM radio. I don't know. It's a blog spot link. So just follow Overtime Sports Radio on IG and on Facebook. The link is there. Jim and And Kurt, if you guys are willing to come on this week, come on. And anybody else willing to come on, I would definitely love to have you guys on. But please come out and support. Thank you guys. I actually I caught a couple Luke G videos this week. I didn't know he was out here like that.
He's
I was
out
completely
there like that.
unfamiliar.
Trust me.
No, I didn't. Out here like that don't mean a bad thing. It's like
I
I
know.
rocking like that. Yeah. No, so yeah. Shout out to everybody, man, and thank you guys for having me on. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend and happy Father's Day.
Yeah. What about final thoughts? Go to Rachel Marie.
Well, I've missed a couple weeks of Free for All Friday, so it was good to be back today and get to hang out with you guys and talk football. We're kind of in the doldrums as far as football news, so it's good to have questions and just get to put my mind to something. As you can see, it's going slow right now, but I'm like, what am I talking about? Who knows?
It's all right.
But make sure that you're following everybody on the panel. Definitely follow Woodward Sports if you're not already on all of their social media accounts. Yesterday they had Calvin Johnson and Rob Sims on one of their shows. It was a really cool interview, so definitely go watch that. I am on their TikTok being super goofy, and I'm about to start sharing some of my vintage YouTube videos because I went through them to make a reel, and some of the parody videos that I did were really goofy. So I'm going to share those. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Rach Marie Sports. And you're definitely going to get a laugh out of these.
Hey,
Awesome.
don't mess with her Sundays doing the season. You know what I'm saying? But she said she's
On bye week though.
Yeah, bye week. She had
Bye week though.
brunch on bye week. She said,
That's it. Don't bother her on Sundays now or Monday nights.
yeah.
All right. Shout out to all the fathers and all the mothers that have to be fathers. That's Jimbo G. And that's actually a really good one. Thank you. Yeah. Final thoughts. Dose of Dion 2.7065.
Yeah, just a couple numbers. No, thanks for having me back, man. I know I've missed the last couple of shows as well, but I don't know if I've ever done a show with 8 people. I don't know if I've ever done that.
It was pretty cool. It
That was
actually
pretty
went really
awesome.
well.
I didn't even know you could hold 8 people. So I was like, all right, here we go.
We can do 10, man.
Damn, brother.
I got to get the membership thing to this. That way I can do that. But no, I mean, the show was great. There's always great energy in here. I love it. I love coming on this show. So meet new people too, I guess, meet Jeremy today. So yeah, thanks for having me back on, man.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. It really is. I give you a lot of crap, but man, I like you, man. That's why. All righty. How about Val? How about your final thoughts for this Free For All Friday?
Well, I just want to wish everyone a happy Friday, and I really enjoy the time that we have with the panel and with all of our family. It's always a fun time every Friday. So you guys want to continue the party, you can come check us out in our Facebook group, Detroit Lions on the Prowl, or check us out on Twitter and follow us there and get all your news and everything else. And I just want to, I hope everyone has a great weekend and celebrates all the fathers who work hard for us every single day. And also the new federal holiday of Juneteenth.
Yes.
So,
Hey,
this is an amazing time in our history. So, if you haven't, if you don't know what that is, go look it up, go research it, and get involved. So, have a great weekend, everyone.
That's right. All right. For my final thoughts today, our family is a bunch of crazy people. They're talking about Dion's dose in here and all this other stuff, man. They give us all crap, and it's hilarious. It's a great time. We really appreciate the panel and the people that are in the chat that's having so much fun. It makes it like a party, and we're having a great time talking about our favorite team, except for Val. So my final thoughts, happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth. Let's celebrate. Let's be with our families and have a great weekend. All right. So I'm going to go to Luke G. Your final thoughts. Everybody else is gone, right? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep. Listen, people, first of all, Jim, thanks for having me on. Appreciate coming on, always talking football with everybody. Y'all know we can't never end the show without a positive note. And today's positive quote comes from where? The internet. It's called Give Yourself Permission. Yeah, let's take a second and dig into that a little bit more. Give yourself permission to smile, to laugh, to be mad, to be upset, to go through a little pain, to enjoy the best parts of life. Give yourself the permission to fail, to succeed, to fall where you never thought you would fall before, but yet to get back up. Give yourself permission. The only thing that denies your access is you. See, you have to find your inner self, your inner being, to be better than you ever thought you can be. Give yourself permission to do it, though. Once you do that, everything else will come easy. The falls don't hurt as much because you've been there before. And like always, you've gotten up. You don't realize it yet, but your whole life, you have been 100% survivor through every hardship you have ever had. If you remember that, there is nothing in this world that can bend, break, pull, or push you into a direction that you don't need to be in. But you have to give yourself permission first. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta make sure y'all subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, and y'all gotta make sure y'all check out all the people on the panel. Because if you don't want no good content, then don't come here. But here, you're gonna get good, great, awesome, amazing, and just find out a whole lot of hopium and Kool-Aid, because that's what we do over here.
We have a 12-step program for that, actually.
12 step. So as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Hey,
All right, Kurt, let's take us home. Your final thoughts.
My final thoughts. Hey, Luke G, your inspirational thought was just about being a Lions fan. I mean, pretty much we always fall and getting back up and being fans of this team. So it is what it is. But hey, check out me and my man Shawnee J. It's available right now. The latest episode of the Die Hard Den podcast is available right now. We do our last show before our summer hiatus is available right now over on our YouTube and Facebook pages. So go over there and check us out. My final thoughts are celebrate Juneteenth, definitely, and celebrate Father's Day. It's a day and allow yourself as fathers to be embraced and celebrated. Don't look at your faults. Look at the positive things you're doing as a father, because we matter and it's good to be celebrated. Man, just enjoy your babies on Father's Day, everyone. You know, I can't wait to, be able to see mine again, some of my grandbabies and all those things, and celebrate being a father. As always, you know what? You can check us out definitely on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as Val said. And as always, please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Join the family. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And family will talk about you right to your face like a dog, because y'all do it every show. All right. Hey, we love you. We love you. Shout out to the panel, Richard Marie Sports, my man LL Couturns, Jeremy, Luke G, Val, and my man, the myth, the legend himself, Mahomes Jr., Mr. Dosa Dion. We appreciate you being on the panel, and the host with the most, my man Jim Bordeaux. Hey, go out and enjoy your weekend, and whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do, baby. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real